What's up, YouTube? It's Corey from KP Aquariums coming at you on a Monday. Wanted to hit you with a quick update. Traditionally, Fry Monday. But really, I wanted to just hit you, a quick little update and a tip for you. So let's see. This tank here, so if you look around, see all them little guys in the back there? And if you look close, you can see, like there's one right down there. Little tiny darker guy. The darker ones are the tomato haps that I pulled out of this tank from these incredibly small females that we're holding. I mean, seriously, these are little fish. And they were holding. And I saw one male in there that was way fired up. I'm like, what's going on? Because they're only like 6 months old. So, and you can see, I moved him down here. There's the male. There's one of the other females. And what I did is I moved him down here, and it's not really working right now because you can see the yellow labs are still kind of hiding. But before I came into the room, like when I first came in, I kind of stood, back there and watched it from afar, and sure enough, it did seem to work. These tomato haps are making the yellow labs a lot more comfortable, and they were swimming out all over the place, so that was good. And the other set in here, the lighter colored ones, those are ones that I pulled out of the 75. Don't mind that thing's all cloudy right now. That was my mistake. So anyhow, those are these guys, and they were between the 1st and the 8th is when I pulled them out. So they are the newest additions. These guys here, still doing awesome. Same with these guys. The little yellow labs are starting to get some good color. Really liking that. Look at that male, just fired up. And I noticed a few minutes ago, I think it's the other one. Yeah, there she is. That one way in the back there. She's holding. So these guys here, doing great. Other batch of tomato haps, doing good. Excuse the algae. Same with these guys. I got to do some algae work over here, but all the fish are happy. These guys here, doing great. So I think that's about it for the update. But what I wanted to hit you with as a tip is this stuff. Now, we here at as a company have a whole bunch of swamp coolers, and this is the media, that you put inside the swamp coolers that the water runs down, and then it pulls air through it and cools the air. We have quite a few of these swamp coolers around here. I got one there. I got one over there. I got one there. So I got a ton of these swamp coolers around, probably about 15 of them all throughout the building. And as such, we buy these massive rolls of this stuff for the media. Now, when it gets cut down, these are the scraps that we have. So I have a ton of this scrap material laying around. Now, you can see through it. Not a whole lot though. And I tell you what, I read the entire label. I don't see anything about any chemical additives. And before I tried it, but hang on back filters. Boom. Another one. Almost every single one of the hang-on backs I have in this room are using this media. So it works really, really well for me. I've been using it for over a year and a half now with not a single problem. I also use, let's see, where'd it go? Giant bag of polyfill. I also use that stuff. I have this roll of white foam. Again, you can kind of see that, but that's a little bit more dense. That stuff is more expensive. We ordered that online. But what I found is this stuff works just as good, and it's super cheap. So, and also, I'll cut off into little tiny squares like this and use that as little scrubbies to, you know, run around and scrub the algae off the tanks. So, lots of uses for it. Nice. And yeah, again, super cheap, real effective, doesn't harm your fish. So that's my tip for today. If any of you guys know of any reason why I absolutely shouldn't be using this, please let me know down in the comments. But like I said, I've been using it, you know, with no issue for a year and a half now. So I'm thinking it's safe. I'm thinking it's all good to use. I wanted to pass that tip on to you guys because, like I said, it's super cheap. You don't have to buy it in a massive roll like this. I get it at Home Depot, and they also sell it in like, you know, like 3 by 3 foot squares. It's like a real common size for swamp coolers. The ones we have are larger than that, so I can't even use. I kind of have to buy these rolls, which works out well because it leaves me with a whole bunch of scrap that I can then use in the fish room. So yeah, there it is for today, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Like, subscribe, share, all that. Fish on, everybody. Take care. Talk to you soon.